good morning, and welcome to Neophanx Gaming, where we are taking on the challenge of collecting every form of a shiny Pokemon, hopefully to try and get them all before Wind and Waves come out by whatever legitimate means we can, at least for those that are obtainable. This was actually a pretty productive week. What we have here, I'm going to go ahead and close the display captures to show the Elgato. I started off the week with an intent to jump on Vivillon forms. So I was using Pokemon Go on some of my live streams over on Twitch. Shout out to the Twitch crew, especially one of my viewers over there has been sending me some postcards in there from their vacations and stuff that have gotten me a couple of the rare postcard locations in Pokemon Go to help me get some things. So I have actually scored this week alone Ocean Vivillon on one day, Sandstorm Vivillon on another day, and then I just before this recording, I had gotten the fancy pattern that is the Paldea native, and what was the other one? It was another Vivillon form. The elegant pattern from Japan. So I had gotten those patterns. Now, I did intend to also get the Tundra tonight. I started with the fancy pattern and intended to use a postcard to get the Tundra pattern before midnight, and then after midnight, I was going to use the elegant postcard. But apparently, when I had used the postcard, I had accidentally gone into my Switch settings while I was trying to re-roll mass outbreaks and ended up resyncing my game clock with the internet, which caused the Vivillons to reset. Now, if I didn't do that, if I only rewound my clock by 1 minute without resyncing to the internet, I would have kept the Vivillon forms. But because of that, now I'm in need of a Tundra postcard again. But I think the Twitch viewer had already set aside to go ahead and get one of those sent for me. So I do have a bunch of the postcards, but that means that for the Vivillon patterns, we have 7 Vivillons accounted for now, in addition to 3 more that my wife has in Pokemon Go that are awaiting transfers over to be sent to me to go ahead and fill the collection. Which we did also get another 20 Pokemon moved over from her Go account to go ahead and help bolster our collection. Since those do not count as the online trades, I'm not taking online trades for these, remember. Now, in addition to those, and my Twitch viewer helped me out with getting some of those extra postcards, including the Sandstorm that we got. While I was doing those hunts, I got 2 shiny Hoppips, which filled the Skiploom and the Jumpluff slots that I needed. Now, the Jumpluff I did have marked in Go, but since I got it in Scarlet, I did not need to go. I could take it off of my Go list. Same with the Low Kicks. We had also gotten Low Kicks this week. In fact, just this past night, I got a Low Kicks while hunting for the Vivillons. That one I had in my own Go account as a shiny, and it's like, oh, now I don't have to transfer it. I can set that aside. I can use that for a remote trade to somebody when my friends add up to the Forever Friend status. In addition to those, I got extremely lucky tonight. In fact, this was like the last couple hours of my life before this recording. There was a Sinistea outbreak on my map after I had finished trying to reset outbreaks to get Vivillon outbreaks. The Sinistea outbreak was authentic. I went in, checked it, caught the first one while I was on stream. It came up authentic, and I'm like, that means this entire outbreak is authentic Sinistea. So I stuck it out and I got a shiny one, and then I caught another shiny, but the second shiny, because it was around Alfornada town in that southwest corner of Paldea, where a lot of Sinistea already spawn, I apparently strayed too far from my outbreak and had a wild spawn that wasn't a part of the outbreak. As a result, I got a fake Sinistea. And then I caught a second fake Sinistea. And then I caught a second authentic. So, out of the one outbreak and the surrounding wild Pokemon there, through several sandwiches, I had actually managed to get all 4 Pokemon for the Sinistea family. In fact, just to show that I am serious, They are over here in the forms folder. There they are, the authentics. I had to make sure I nicknamed them because they're a little hard to see. But these two are the authentic ones. Shiny, gorgeous little doohickeys. That was in their 800 something or other. And then the other two are all the way over here, just under my Toxel and Toxtricity with the fake ones. So we got the full collection of 4 of them. So overall, a very productive stream tonight and a very productive week in general. Now, I do have a couple more Pokemon that I had transferred over, that had sent over from my wife and from Go and stuff, that I need to evolve them in order to fill the slots. I just didn't have time to get around to that. So they're going to sit here in this box until I double check my notes and see which ones need to evolve. But they're going to get filtered in and they'll be maybe not showcased explicitly on the next week's update. But like I said, this has been a very productive week for getting some things moved into home, as well as getting everything fired up and good to go for just the last couple of streams we had. I still don't have the shiny Deoxys from the Leaf Green resets. I still haven't gotten any shinies on the Dynamax Adventures, none of the shiny legendaries for that yet. It's been a little limited on time. I'm going to try and get some more push for those. The hard part has been with the Dynamax Adventures. I've been having connection issues. My internet, for some reason, does not want to work with Pokemon Sword and Shield specifically. They'll work all day and night with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but Sword and Shield do not want to cooperate with the internet. That being the case, what else? There was pull up the display capture again. So the spreadsheet here is showcasing what we have and how much we've gotten so far. Let me just scroll on up, and that's the Vivillon page. I need the Pokedex page. So there we go. The regular Pokedex, 372 shiny Pokemon obtained and filled in that dex. When you count in all the extra forms and everything that are across each of those sheets, the female, the form changes, the Vivillons, everything, we've got 447 now filled in. So that is a gain from last week. And when I add together everything else that is accounted for, in addition to all those, so when I count what I have in Pokemon Go, what my wife is holding on to, the few that need to go ahead and evolve to be ready for their run, that's a total of 673. So I think we were around like 665. We were between 665 and 670 last week. So we did gain quite a few thanks to those Vivillon patterns. And the Sinistea. Like, I didn't have the Sinesteas anywhere else to fill this collection. So that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Vivillons just outright. So the 4 Vivillons and the 4 Sinistee, that was 8 slots filled just this week alone. I did also manage to catch... Oh, that's right. I had this morning, or yesterday morning, actually, I was doing some other outbreaks. Got Tadbulb, Bellibolt, and Pawmot. I had a Tadbulb outbreak, and I'm like, let me just toss an electric sandwich down. I got 2 Tadbulbs, evolved 1, and while I was there, caught a Pawmi that I evolved all the way up to Pawmot to go ahead and fill that Pokedex slot. So we filled in some extra slots with that. Just a whole lot of little things here and there. So everyone else out there who's keeping up, thank you for checking in with us, and I hope that your shiny adventures and your shiny collecting is going at least as good as this week was for me. If you're doing even better, go ahead, let us know how your shiny stuff is doing, your catches, your triumphs. I want to know that everyone else is getting as many sparkles or more sparkles than I'm getting.